Good morning, everybody. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome to the North of 60 Gaming channel. Today, we were asked, what are we excited about on Kickstarter? So, I have put up a couple of Kickstarters that one I've already backed, actually two I've already backed, and the third one I'm very interested in. I have to say, though, that Kickstarter for me has sort of gone a little bit downhill, partly because I'm getting a very mistrusting feeling about the honesty in the projects and shipping and delivery dates. And sometimes I think it's starting to get easier to buy a Kickstarter for a good price after the campaign and it's delivered and people go, that's not the game I want. And then, find the game for on or about the same price that you can find it on Kickstarter. And then I don't have the anxiousness of going and tracking of, is it on Kickstarter? When's it going to be delivered? I have 3 or 4 that are like, oh, we're getting deliveries all over the world. And yeah, I don't have mine. Oh, yes, it's on its way to the Canadian Fulfillment Center 3 weeks ago. Okay. Meanwhile, we got it. We're playing. It's a fun game. Well, where's mine? And that's in a case of 3 or 4 different games right now. They're all in limbo in Canada. Of course, that is not the manufacturer's fault, but it is kind of disconcerting when I start to see Canadian retailers selling the game, now retail versions, in the store. So that's just my bit of an editorial before we get into this. So this is going to be quick. So the first one, Bot Factory. This is, of course, Eagle Griffin Games, and of course it has to do with Vita Lasarda. And when it's Vita Lasarda, I just buy the game because that's the type of person I am. It's not that much money. It's only $48. It's probably on the scale of Mercado. It's probably along the scale of Mercado de Lisboa. It is a scaled down version, I think, of Kanban EV, perhaps Bot Factory. Looks fun, 30 to 60 minutes, 1 to 4 players. Of course, I'm always looking for the solo experience. 14 and up says to me there's a bit of strategy, but again, it is a Lasarda game. The good news is for people who have not bought Lisboa or On Mars, there's an opportunity to bundle in even the Kanban EV. Now, I don't own Kanban EV. It's one of the games, actually, I don't own. Not a theme I've been really thinking about, plus the fact that I'm getting myself out of bigger games, and so adding a game that I'm probably not going to play ever just doesn't appeal to me, even though I do love Vita Lasarda games. So keep that in mind, that you can have an opportunity, and I don't think these prices are outrageous for 3 games. To buy them retail in Canada, you'd be looking about the same, about 200, 158 probably just for these 2 games alone. I've seen On Mars and Lisboa going for like 140 to 150 Canadian, and the Mercado de Lisboa around $40. So you're going to pay about 200 or over for these 2 games alone. So in this case, you're bundling all 3 together. So that's, I think, a pretty good value for your buck. Next one up is Betterville Carnival. Now, I'm not going to get excited about what you're seeing here because it's already been funded on GameFound, and I've already backed it on GameFound. It looks like a fun little monster game, of course. Welcome to Betterville Carnival, a place where death is not the end, but the beginning of an endless nighttime amusement. So, again, this is not a particularly expensive name, 49 euros. 12 and up, 45 minutes, 2 to 4 players. Pity it doesn't have a solo mode, but it looks pretty cool, actually. So it's already backed. I got the acrylic standees in here already. So this game has already been backed on Kickstarter. They're just double dipping a little bit to see whether or not they could put the number of subscribers up. I don't know how I feel about having a game that's already been funded and then going to another platform to refund sort of thing. So I don't know how I feel about that, but that's a business model that I don't have to wrestle with. But I do have already backed this, and this is certainly worth a look, see. Now, I did find this morning. Astro Miners. This sounded actually very good, and you can see it's churning up. It's already past its pledge level, excuse me. Save up to $10 in the first 48 hours. That's not so bad. I've got it on watch, actually. Actually, I don't even have it on watch. Uh, but this one, I'm just going to put it on save, actually. There we are. I saved it. I haven't jumped in yet. I'm just reticent about some of the things that I see here. 12 and up, 2 to 4, 45 minutes to 90. Again, no particular solo mode. So that's a little bit of a detraction for me, because I do like solo mode. Lots of stretch goals. It looks like a lot of value in the box. $84 US versus $89. So you know what? For the $5, I'll wait, because if there's no solo mode, I'm really gonna have to think about this. You can get the all-in for 129, 5 to 6 expansion. Okay, we get a collector's box and an expansion with that too. So at 129 US, that's getting a little bit on the expensive side. But still, for $10, I can come at this at a later time. Now, maybe down here in the... Yeah, so I don't see anything about a solo run. I don't see anything about a solo mode here. So, you know what? I don't know. To me, it looks like a great value game, but if it's not solo, man, chances are it's never going to get to my table anymore. I don't do a lot of outside the realm games of solo. I do occasionally, but I like to make sure there's a solo mode. Though this is interesting. I do like space games, and these types of games are appealing. So who knows? I will be going into a retail store in September. So this is a game I could possibly put in there and play with people who come into the door. So, you know, anything is possible. Though I don't know if the delivery is realistic. I think they said estimated delivery December 2022. You know what? We're already into June. Unless this game is already into production, there's no hope in hell this is getting out in December 2022. Now, Alex Radcliffe did mention just the other day about these unrealistic expectations of, you know, planning your Kickstarter and saying, yeah, I'm going to deliver this in December 2022. I would say, now I think they did say up to March 2023, which is probably the more realistic. And if you're telling me March 2023, I'm thinking July, August, September 2023. Projects run a year late. That's just the reality of projects anymore. So I know it's hard when you're planning these Kickstarters. Do they, you know, what's the market going to be like? I would say if you think you're going to deliver it in 6 months, I'd say 18 months is the more realistic approach to this. But that is all I'm going to talk about this, because this is supposed to be short and sweet. So my name is Harry Jacobs. Appreciate you being here. This is just a question that Board Game Hype asked, and I'm going to answer it in the way I normally do, which is video. That is all for now. Please subscribe, like, hit the bells for notification. Certainly appreciate it. Bye-bye for now.